was gonna say something, but then there's a line that you have, but then there's a bad word, and there's a shiny baby right over there. Look how cute.
Yeah, don't worry about what you say about the baby. It's the kids over there.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Hey, boss, what you got?
Hey, how's it going? With Matt Ryan confirmed and like Constantine come back more series regular, does that mean that Legend's going a little more supernatural or going a little darker or something next season?
Well, I think you will. I mean, that's a good guess. I think that a lot will be revealed. A lot will be revealed at the season finale. There's a pretty good tease about what we'll be up against in season 4. So.
Or not. I don't know.
Or not. We could go totally the other way. But yeah, stay tuned. More answers will be revealed in about a month.
Hi, I'm Crystal. This is a question from my friend Colton. He wants to know how you guys are alike in the characters you play now.
How we're alike in the characters that we play in. Oh, and now?
Yes.
How are we like the characters we play now? How are you like them or dark? If at all. Okay, I'll go first.
Is he as smart as the character he plays, or?
Super smart. Quantum physics, I got your answers. I am not science smart necessarily as far as physics and physical science, but I do share a love of nutritional science. So when I was asked to play Ray Palmer, I used my love and passion and excitement for food and nutrition as my gateway into the excitement about technology. So as geeked out and as excited I get about food, I use that energy to talk about science. So that's a thing I share with Ray. I mean, being goofy and silly is something I probably actually don't do enough in my life. I get a little bit too serious and stubborn in my actual brain in life. But I try to bring more goofiness and silliness to Ray to add the lightness and glass half full vision of the world, and to show the other side. There's so much darkness that we're seeing constantly, and we have to have balance. You can't have one without the other. But I guess my job in this is to show the light side. And I do my best to put that into my own life too. Ray probably does it more.
Yeah, I'd say Brandon definitely is somebody who really chooses to always look on the bright side. Is it a choice or is it just in you?
Yeah, it's a constant choice. I've done it more and more, so it becomes more of a muscle. But it's my go-to.
It's not just like naturally.
I don't know.
I feel like when we met, just naturally, you're like, oh, everything's good and wonderful, always.
But that's socialized upbringing, my environment.
Brandon's born in Iowa.
Iowa.
I was born in Los Angeles. So there is a bit of a, I guess,
Rivalry.
a difference with that. I didn't grow up in a small town. I wouldn't say that I wouldn't characterize myself as like someone that always looks on the bright side, but I'm not a pessimist. But I'm definitely more of a skeptical person.
How are you like Nora?
How am I like Nora?
That's the question.
How am I like Nora?
No.
Or not like Nora? I just feel like it's so hard to answer in like 2 sentences.
Your passion for life. She wants to survive and exist, and have her family, and protect her.
Yeah,
Her
she wants to
family.
protect her family,
And
and I would say she would do anything to protect her family, no matter what. So I think that's a similarity.
Thanks, Colton.
Now, who's Colton?
He's right there.
Hey, Colton. Nice, great question, man. Thank you.
Thanks, Colton.
Yeah, I was. When is your guys' next signing? I was just curious.
You're a plant. Well, basically, right
I don't
after
know
we're
this
done
man.
here, we're going back to the table.
Oh, thank you very much.
No candy for you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
My name's Blake. What was your favorite place to film in Legends of Tomorrow?
Hi, Blake.
Please hold for a conference.
I'm sorry. Speak into the microphone. Yeah, there was a location for this episode that we did for the Vikings episode, the Bebo episode, and the exact place outside by the water where I think we were taking Sarah Lance. We were capturing Sarah Lance, and there was a goat. That exact place, it's about this big, is where in Supernatural Jack was born, where I gave birth to Jack. They built that house in the exact same spot, and so when we drove up for Legends for that location, I went, oh my god, this is where Jack was born, wrong show.
North of Vancouver on the way to Whistler.
What do you call it?
I don't remember the part of town right now. It's escaping my memory. I like filming on the Wave Rider quite a bit because it's warm in the studio. It's often very cold in Vancouver, so it's nice to be on the stage in Vancouver. Although I did enjoy the episode because it was my favorite episode, the Camelot episode in season 2, and we built the round table. Well, I didn't. Our awesome team of carpenters and set decorators built a huge round table in this church, this real church that was being renovated in like the next year. So they allowed us to completely redecorate the whole thing and made it look like Camelot, and pretty awesome. Thank you, Blake.
Hey, Blake.
Nice catch.
I love the Camelot episode too. It was great.
Thank you.
I'm a big fan of Neil McDonough's, and I've loved him since Band of Brothers. Do you have a great story about working with him?
Sorry, can you step a little closer?
Neil McDonough, do you have a great
Neil.
story about working with him? I've been a big fan of his since Band of
Stories
Brothers.
about working with Neil McDonough. Neil is like a real showman, so he comes to set and he's great. There's good energy for the crew who's been working long hours, and he may be working long hours too, but you can't tell. He's a consummate professional coming to set and being ready to go and entertain the crew in a way, because they're working long hours and have a different job than we are. But it's nice when actors kind of give back and understand that we're all a part of a team.
Sure, he and John Barrowman just kept you in stitches the whole time.
Oh, the two of them. So then, yeah, season 2, they were always, and singing and dancing was involved, and John's the same way. He's obviously a different person, but he does a similar thing too, and keeps the lightness on set. And we had a lot of fun shooting, specifically the Star Wars, the George Lucas themed episode, where we were working together a lot.
Thank you. Hello, Mystique.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Hi,
Hi.
my name's Mia.
Hi.
Hi.
Have you guys always wanted to play superheroes?
Have we always wanted to play
Yes.
superheroes?
Of course.
I mean, I guess so. I never really thought that I could. Honestly, until some people mentioned that I looked like Christopher Reeve. Very early when I started acting, and that was the first time I was like, oh, well, maybe that could be real. I loved Superman the movie and the second film growing up, but I was always more into fantasy world, and so I thought if I ever became an actor or did anything in Hollywood, I would write, some kind of sword and sorcery type thing, and it'd be in that.
Growing up, I was home alone a lot, and I think my father was stealing cable from the neighbor, so we had cable. Probably not appropriate at a young age, but it was just at that time all the big movies, there was Superman, and then there was also just Star Wars, Indiana Jones. So I guess, would you say he's a traditional superhero? He is to me. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of crawl into the TV and live there. So to be able to do that now a little bit, even though I'm a super villain, is a dream come true for sure.
Thank you for the question.